Very good morning to all. Today's class, we are going to discuss about what is development journalism, the meaning and the concept of development journalism, and the role of a development reporter as well. So, before we go into details, the first thing that we have to know is what is development. What is development and what is development journalism? If we understand these two concepts very clearly, we are successful enough in understanding how important development in the process of growth of any nation. Now let us look into the more details of it. Development reporting is what uh, somewhat it is different from routine reporting. Like if you take example of a court, literature, crime, science and technology, or sports, these are the specialized areas where a reporter will go and write about certain aspects related with science and technology. If there is a new product in the market related with the science, then that introduction, what is it? Crime, there is a murder taken place, writing about what all the incident is, and if it is related with court or parliamentary proceedings or government policies, anything can be legislature or a court related issues are specialized to those areas. But development is not like that. It is something which is related with the growth of all of us. It is about the way we live. It is about what we wanted to achieve in our life, because if we struggle today only, then we will be able to achieve the development tomorrow. So, however, it may involve writing, definitely, whether you are talking about a court reporting, crime reporting, or science and technology, or even for that matter, development reporting. What is involved in it is definitely writing. Writing our programs and policies. Who will bring out these programs? Who will bring out these policies? That is definitely government. And these policies and programs that have been designed by the government for the benefit of the people, how are they resulting in economic change? Now, society is not the way it is today or 10 years ago or 20 years ago. There is a tremendous change that is taking place in every aspect of our life, whether it is a lifestyle pattern or whether it is economical status, social status, or whatever. So it is resulting in economic change, social programs, and also community feelings, so many things. So everything which is associated with something called like a change. Change is something which actually kind of an expression which tells from one thing to another formation. So we were something like this in 10 years ago, and today we are like this. There was a time where there was a, people who used to go miles, walk miles and miles to reach to another place, and today they just take a transportation and reach there within no time. There was a time where was so difficult to talk to people in of another village, but today we can even talk to people comfortably who are in another country also. So all this is a change which resembles the economy, which tells the standards of the economy, standards of the people, and all that is involved in writing a development story. Now, as a reporter, you have so many questions in your mind. What does actually, as a development reporter, I should cover? What all come into this category? What I have to compare with? Where have to compare with? Where should I start? Should I start with past? Should I start with corporate companies, or should I start with countries, or should I compare my write-ups with the kind of a goals that are there by the government? So many things that come into your mind when you start writing a development story. So let us look at over here how a reporter is supposed to work regarding the stories. Ever since the independence, the Indian government had a challenge of development in front of it. Prior to the independence, what was a major challenge? Gaining the independence. So, media played a very key role in terms of providing freedom, and especially the newspapers. Print journalism is very well known for the kind of contribution it has made in terms of achieving freedom to our country. But immediately after the freedom, what was the major task and the problem that was there in front of the leaders? It was the development, because a lot of resources and property wealth has been taken away by the Britishers, and we were left with poverty, problems, conflicts, and many other things. So This was a basic challenge that was there in front of the government at that point of time. To set right these conditions, government has taken up certain actions like 5-year plans to implement various development policies and make people understand the need and the way to be achieving the development. Some of these changes have been welcomed by the people at that point of time, and majority of them have been rejected. There was a lot of understanding required among the people at that point of time related to development. That is a complex concept of a development. When you tell people this is for the betterment of their life, until and unless they don't understand the real essence of any program or policy, they do not adopt it. So the time taken in the process of accepting a policy or a change is the crucial time, and definitely a time of suffering at the same time. So moreover, the development has taken place in a very new policies have been introduced, and certain policies have been criticized and certain have been accepted. Okay, some of the people who did not accept the policies have agitated, taken up the protests, and so many things were happening during the time when the independence was there, but initial stages of the independence. But just understand, it was not only the time when there was a before, immediately after the independence. Today also we see a lot of agitations, protests, and dharnas towards the policies of the government, or anything that is something which is leading towards the change. What is the reason? How can we encounter such kind of a situations? Here is the main role of a reporter comes into the picture. A development reporter, he will be requiring, he should help the people to understand the benefits of the programs, create awareness of the programs. If the media fails to create a proper understanding among people about the policies, programs, or initiatives taken by the government for the benefit of the people, definitely there will be a lot of confusion and chaos created in the society. If this kind of confusion and chaos is created, people will not accept the change, and they complain and they agitate. So as a reporter, you are supposed to inform your readers, create awareness to them on various development information issues, and inform your readers about the plans and programs, schemes, and projects taken up by the government. Not only by the government, even the government related agencies. Why I am stressing over here the concept of a government is because government is meant for the benefit of the people, to look after the development of the nation. So they are supposed to be they become the center of the point in terms of plans and schemes and projects are related. Now development reporter has to create an atmosphere for people to understand what are the various policies that are there, how are they beneficial to the people who are to whom it is supposed to be reaching. Okay, ultimately making people understand and make them be participating in the process of development. This is very very important, and who can do that? It is undoubtedly a journalist, or people who are writing development reporters must be able to do it. Here is one widely accepted definition. There are many definitions, but this is a definition which we will try to understand in all the aspects possible. Development is a process which facilitates and results in participation and advancements, both material and social, of the widest possible number of people in a given society. See, here there are two key words that you need to remember in your mind to understand the concept of development. The first word is the participation. The participation of the people is the most important thing. Any development cannot be successful until and unless the people participate in the process of development, and that will lead to the advancement of the society, both materially and also in a social way. And here is another important point which says that widest possible number of people. Development means everybody in the society accepting the change and adopting it, and a huge number of people's participation can make it possible. Because if majority of them are adopting only, then the growth will be faster, stronger, and also appreciable. But what is the problem? Very few people accepting it, they are getting a benefit out of it, majority of them not accepting. Again the same problem continues. The underdevelopment or acceptance of the development cannot possible if majority of the people do not take it up. So this is the definition that I think making you understand what development is. It is a process that is, invites the participation of the people, and also the majority number of the people should be participating. Now, here is another key term that you can see as, people's participation. As a key element that you need to understand is the people's participation. This is the major thing that is actually leading towards the development. What is people's participation? People's participation must be involved in everything, whether it is, production of a food that is increased, or new roads for the benefit of the people, railway systems, or construction of the buildings, providing drinking water, providing electricity and communication lines, and reaching the electricity to the rural areas, because India is a country where you have majority of the rural areas located, and all of them getting the facilities such as hospitals, clinics, and health centers, because health is the most important thing for people to achieve a better standard of living. If they are healthy, they will work. If they work, they get the money. So all these things are interrelated. So it is important that these things have been taken care by the governments in terms of providing development, medical services to the people, and more of schools and colleges and universities to be established. Undoubtedly, education is another important aspect. We need the development in the health sector, we need the development in the education sector, and also entertainment to be provided. Communication system has to be strong. Whether people want information, they want education or entertainment, these three things make a healthy development and also a joyful life for people. So that is only possible if these things have been taken care. Food, clothing, and shelter, safe drinking water, providing water for irrigation, medical facilities, sanitization, all these are the basic needs of a life which define the development. And in every part of it, people's participation has to be there. With their participation only, all this can be achieved. So here is a basic objective of development is to raise the income and the living standards of the people. What is in short you call it the development is to raise the income and the living standards of the people. They must be able to eat 3 times in a day. It is unfortunate even today there are so many people who do not get food for all the 3 times in a day. Sometimes they won't even get food for many days due to lockdown and things like that. The situations have become even more worse. So going in the name of development, are we going in the right direction is what we have to look at. Now, before we go into more details of what is that which is stopping us from reaching the development, let us try to understand different styles of development reporting. Now, here are the things that as a reporter you should keep in your mind. While writing the reporting, you have to bring into the limelight about the various disasters that are taking place in the society, like whether it is a pollution of water, pollution of air and soil, or deforestation. These things make people, we must create awareness to make people think about development, at the same time think about utilization of the resources in a proper manner. Development is required to provide not only food, not only hygiene, health, nutrition, and security, but also ecological protection. We are using this nature for our survival, but we should also protect this nature for future survival. The problem is people do not think of the future. They consume everything that is available for them at this point of time, and then they forget about the future generations. Now if that is being done, what will the future generation eat? From where will they get the natural protection from the environment? So that is what is missing today. And it is increasing the responsibility of the development journalist. Therefore, journalists in the reporting of development stories should have certain styles in terms of reporting. What should they do? They should collect data on areas which are being developed, how certain countries have developed. They are very small countries. Those countries, though they are very small, but they are very active in terms of development. They achieve development within a short period of time. countries like Japan and all of them, though they have struggled a lot, every year the country suffers with so many earthquakes. People do not cannot live in one place for a long period of time, but still every time when they face problems, they still come up and stand as a strong country. How is that happening to them? So these kind of inspirational, motivational stories about the various developed countries will encourage people also to take up development. And interviewing people whom the development projects have been planned, and also authorities who are planning, implementing, monitoring the development policies, will help people understanding how the sources and reaching the expected results. The next one is factual information. What are these factual information? Providing equipped with factual information which is generally not easily available for the people. So as a reporter, we dig the stories, we get the information, all those facts which are facts to be reported and provided to the people, to give authenticity to the report and also understanding of the story in a better way. And as a reporter, you should have your own outlook, which is more important than style or a technique, because every person is different and this is a creative field. As a journalist, you also may be collecting the same information which other journalists are collecting, but it is very important how you present, because everybody does not think in the same way. If your thinking process is creative, definitely your story is going to be more powerful than anybody else. That's why we have some of the people who are very popular because of their presentation style or because of their understanding of the news or whatever. So having your own outlook is the most important aspect as a journalist. Next is the most important thing is the language in this, and the keep it as simple as possible. We generally understand if it is in a language something like in English or anything, we general perception is that using a, very high vocabulary and things like that would make people feel that you are very good at English. But in communications, what is the most important aspect is how well you are able to communicate to your audiences, whether they are understanding how exactly you want them to understand. If that is not happening, definitely your communication is not effective. How wonderful vocabulary you may use, but if your communication is not reaching your reader or audience, your communication is a fail. So in stories specially related with development and reporting, you have to make your language as simple as possible. The reason is because development stories are targeted to every person in the society. You may have a well educated person reading your paper, or you may also have a uneducated person reading your paper. So for them to reach the subject, it is important to keep your language simple. Comparative figures will always help. Yes, when you are trying to give an impact of a new technology, dig up information before the introduction of the technology and compare it with the changes brought and about the adoption of the new technology. If you talk about a world before social media and then you talk about the world after social media, people will be much more interested and love to read that or listen to that story, because you are trying to tell them something which they have experienced in past, but definitely that is affecting their present. So comparing figures or comparing situations will always help you in terms of writing a best development stories. Now, what is development process? Development process is generally very slow. We know that. Nobody accepts a change so quickly. They wait until and unless it is not pushed on you. Sometimes people don't even accept. Because people are slow in adopting these development ideas, it is very difficult to keep motivating them every time. Suppose you have certain crops to be adopted by the farmers. Convincing the farmers to accept new crops, new fertilizers in their lands to get better results is very difficult, because they believe in certain things. They believe that their ancestors were using these seeds, these fertilizers. We cannot go to other fertilizers and all that. So it is so difficult to make them understand and accept. If out of 100 there may be one or two people who will accept, so you have to pick up those stories of the people who accept and achieve the success to motivate the other people who have not accepted that particular change. So this takes time. One or two persons accepting it and they becoming successful, after that you try to present it and then everybody accepting, is such a long process that goes. So here is the process of development, which is slow but yet powerful, needs lot of motivation. The process of development also requires people's participation. As I have already told you, people should participate and accept the change. It is here that the development reporters explains to the people that the rationale behind building roads. They must understand sending a girl child to schools, it's giving education to boy and girl in an equal manner. Okay, providing hospitals, usage of high yield resistant varieties, and the usage of organic fertilizers, and all these things. Certain times we feel that in certain areas the change has come so fast. At the same time, in certain areas change dies also so fast. Now people, initial stages where they were not accepting any kind of usage of new mobile phones and all that, but today we see everybody is using mobile phone, and everybody has a mobile phone. Without a phone we don't see anybody. So there was a time where people accepting the change was very slow. There is a time where people are accepting it to a very wide extent, and a drastic result as an outcome of that is also is happening. Although the government has spent a lot of money in different development programs from past to present, and also continuing to do in terms of achieving the expected results, but still there are so many people who are illiterate. There's still people who are in need of food, in need of money, health, and so many things. Why this is happening? Why the upliftment of the living standards has not happened? What is the reason behind it? Why we are not able to still achieve the development? Makes us think a lot. What is development? Now here are certain reasons. See, whenever you are providing a development process, it should be provided in a right direction. If it is not done in a right direction, it can damage the society. On one side, development is very powerful, but the other side, it has been misused a lot. A damage in the name of development is done a lot. Everything has been used for the benefit of certain set of people in the society, which has deviated the concept and have damaged the society. Now suppose you have to motivate people for irrigation. Okay, if you don't provide them the proper facilities of drainage, which will result in the soil getting alkaline or saline, or indiscriminate use of pesticides. Now doctors say, if you go to hospitals and you tell them, they tell you to eat a lot of leafy vegetables, and when you say that you are eating a lot of leafy vegetables, they still say that, come on, these days leafy vegetables are not real leafy vegetables, they all are full of pesticides and fertilizers. So now what we are eating is all pesticides, that's what they say. So we can understand the worst changes that are happening without a proper balance in the society are damaging the health. Earlier stages, people used to just get everything in a natural process. Now the situation is such that we are artificially producing certain things which are leading for the cancers and other diseases. And the food that we are eating also is, we are reading newspaper reports that they are not proper food, they are being manipulated. That food has been having certain damaging particles in it. Rice is, sometimes there were news stories where we read about plastic rice. There were news stories where we read about damaged milk packets, not from the natural process, artificial process. So people, certain set of people who are trying to take the advantage of the needs of the people and producing the damaged products and selling that to the society, is leading to lot of imbalance in the process of development. Now, massive industrialization. There's so many people, industries are set up and established. A lot of lands have been taken by the government. There were so many agitations about that. But in the name of industrialization, how much damage has been made to the society? Now, at the global level also, even the international organizations also raising their voices, making countries to understand, the realize the damage that is done to the nature with the name of industrialization and the development. So all these stories, so one side it is called as a development, but the other side it is also causing a damage. Initial stages only, the damage that is being caused was not being taken care, and today we are in a condition where the majority of the thing is being damaged and limited thing is in the proper condition for the utilization of the people. Now, if this has been not been properly utilized, then the next generations are going to massively suffer because of this. During the pandemic time also, when people were in the lockdown, the nature has enjoyed, and the water has been purified, the animals were on the roads, they were enjoying everything. But again, when the lockdown was removed, the pollution was on the roads, and Delhi has the highest amount of pollution and things like that. Oxygen was becoming a problem. So all this is a result of massive industrialization and development. So are we going in the right direction of a development or not is a rethinkable concept. So damaging air, water, soil, which are natural resources which we cannot produce by ourselves, which has to come naturally from the nature. If we damage the nature, where these things are going to come, all this needs to be thought, given a serious thought, and that needs to be reported by the reporters also to create awareness among the people. Therefore, the process of development has become very complex, and in many parts of the world, the people are opposing large development programs, almost to the extent of attaining an anti development attitude. All these issues need to be presented to the people and the authorities. Development reporters in all mass media can help a great deal in this direction. I hope you understood my class. Uh, Thank you for your valuable time.